messed up. Hey guys, I'm going to be sharing with you my first impressions of Clockwork Princess by Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. Now, I'm about 100 pages in, so I thought that this was an apt time for me to let you know what I'm thinking of the book so far. Even in the first 100 pages, so much has gone on to start with, and it's just actually amazing how much plotline you can actually fit into 100 pages. And I know I've got like 400 more pages to go, and I'm thinking, how much more in-depth is this going to be getting? Because it's pretty in-depth at the moment. All the characters' relationships are currently building, and you can see that it's going to develop throughout the book. And it's always nice to see that kind of thing at the beginning of the book, because it gives you the impression that things are going to get better and they're going to get more involved. And at the beginning of this book so far, Cassandra Clare's writing is absolutely incredible. I think this is why I prefer the Infernal Devices to the Mortal Instruments, because the writing and specifically the dialogue is the most wittiest, funniest and just quotable that I have ever read, to be honest. And I'm reading it thinking, how the hell did she come up with these quotes? How the hell did she come up with these characters that are so insightful and so witty and quick? It's just an absolute pleasure to read. I'm also starting to get my first glimpse of the feelings I'm going to have towards the end of the book. I've absolutely no idea what's going to happen, so no spoilers please, but I can tell that all the emotion is starting to build up now, and I'm just so excited to carry on reading this. I'm not giving away any spoilers, but I'm actually really liking the little flashbacks that are actually happening between Will and Jem for when they were actually kids and they first met each other, basically. I'm finding that really nice to kind of delve deeper into the characters' personas rather than just seeing what they are now. You're seeing how they developed from when they were younger and if they're still the same and the qualities that they hold. But so far it seems to be just as good as Clockwork Angel and Clockwork Prince, so I'm absolutely buzzing to finish this book. I'm not actually going to be rushing reading this because of the fact that this is the last book. I want to devour it and understand everything that's going on and kind of appreciate it as well. So I'm not going to be rushing. I mean, if I read it quickly, I read it quickly, but I'm not necessarily going to be like, oh, I need to read it now, I need to read it quickly so I can find out what happens in the end, because at the end of the day, I really don't want it to finish, because I absolutely adore this series and I wish that Cassandra Clare would write more. But I probably won't think that at the end of the book, because it'll probably come to some kind of final thing, obviously, because of the fact that it's the end of the book, but it'll probably all get wrapped up and something, I don't know, I'm just rambling now, but you know what I mean. I just really love this series. Although something that's really annoying me at the moment is the fact that Cassandra Clare keeps on bringing out, or saying that she's going to be bringing out, books and more books in the Shadowhunter kind of theme, and I think it's getting a little bit boring. I'm actually having trouble holding this up. I mean, not massive trouble, because that's just pathetic, but it's really big, and it's unnecessarily big as well, as I showed you in my unboxing haul, as the writing is actually really huge in comparison to the other books, and that is the reason why it's so big. So I don't understand why they couldn't have just made the writing smaller and created them the same size as everything else. From reading a few Cassandra Clare books, I've kind of noticed that when I have a very good first impression of the book, it tends to follow throughout the book, and I'm really hoping that it's the same for Clockwork Princess, which I'm sure it is, as many of you out there absolutely love it, as I keep on being told in the comments. It's really nice to hear those positive things, although I'm quite interested to hear if anyone's ever read any books that they didn't like, even though they had a really good first impression of it. I know I've had a couple, but let me know if you've got any books like that down below. And I will see you next time. Bye!